You don't need a new personality. You don't need to delete every app, move to the woods, buy a paper journal, and suddenly become the kind of person who says, I don't really use my phone. You probably just need your brain back, because if normal life feels boring, if you can't watch a movie without checking your phone, if a 10-minute task feels painful, if you open TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, or whatever your poison is, and suddenly half your evening has vanished, that is not just laziness, that is brain rot, not in some dramatic end of the world way. In a modern way, your attention has been trained to expect constant stimulation, constant novelty, constant noise, one more video, one more tiny hit of something. So when real life is quiet, your brain goes, absolutely not. Got anything shinier? But here's the good news. You don't fix brain rot by completely rebuilding your life. You fix it with tiny habits, small, simple things that teach your brain that reality is still worth paying attention to. So here are 10 tiny habits to fix brain rot. And number 10 is the one most people avoid, even though it might be the most important one. Habit 1, delay your first dopamine hit. The first thing you do in the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you wake up and immediately grab your phone, your brain gets hit with messages, videos, news, drama, and notifications before you have even fully become a person. You haven't brushed your teeth yet, but somehow you already know what's happening online. That is not a peaceful start, so make the rules simple. For the first 10 minutes after waking up, don't touch your phone. 10 minutes. Go to the bathroom, drink water, open the curtains. Stand there like a confused child if you have to. Just don't let your phone be the first thing that owns your attention, because if you win the first 10 minutes, the rest of the day becomes easier to control. Habit 2, make your phone boring. Your phone is not just a tool, it is a tiny casino with a camera, a torch, and a banking app attached. So stop relying on willpower. Make the thing less attractive, remove addictive apps from your home screen, turn off notifications you don't actually need, put the worst apps inside a folder where you have to go looking for them. The point is not to become perfect, the point is to add friction. Brain rot loves easy access. So make the bad habit slightly more annoying. Habit 3, do one boring thing on purpose. This sounds stupid. That's how you know it works. Wash the dishes without a podcast. Walk for 5 minutes without music. Eat a meal without YouTube. Sit on the bus without scrolling. Just one thing. The problem is not that you enjoy entertainment. Entertainment is fine. The problem is when you can no longer tolerate the absence of entertainment. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is your attention span doing push-ups. At first it feels uncomfortable, then it feels quiet, and eventually your brain starts producing its own thoughts again, instead of just consuming everyone else's. Habit 4, use the 10-minute single task rule. Don't try to focus for 3 hours. That is how you fail, feel useless, and end up back in the scroll hole. Instead, pick one task and do it for 10 minutes. Literally set a timer. No phone. Just 10 minutes. And yes, your brain will complain. Maybe we should reorganize our entire life before answering this one email. Ignore it. Stay with the task. You are training your brain to stay in one place. Habit 5, replace scrolling with a default action. The worst time to make a good decision is when you are already deep in a bad habit. So don't wait until you are 20 minutes into doom scrolling to ask, what should I do instead? Decide in advance. Pick one default action. When you catch yourself scrolling for no reason, you do that thing. Drink water, walk for 2 minutes, do 10 push-ups. Open your notes app and write one sentence. Clean one tiny surface, step outside. The action does not need to be impressive. It just needs to interrupt the loop. You're not trying to become a productivity machine. You are just proving to your brain that the scroll does not get to decide everything. Habit 6, put your phone physically away. Your phone being nearby is enough to weaken your focus, even if it is face down. Part of your brain is still aware of it. It is just sitting there, glowing with possibility. Move it. Put it across the room. Put it in another room. Put it in a drawer. Put it somewhere mildly inconvenient. Distance beats discipline. You do not need heroic self-control if the distraction is physically annoying to reach. Habit 7, consume slower content. Brain rot is not just caused by too much content. It is caused by content that moves so fast real life starts to feel broken. Short clips, instant cuts, constant captions, loud sounds, jump cuts, a new idea every half second. After enough of that, normal things feel unbearable. A book feels too slow. A conversation feels too long. A film feels like a commitment. A simple task feels like punishment. So start mixing in slower content again. Read a few pages of a book. Watch one full video without skipping. Listen to something longer while walking. Watch a film without checking your phone every 8 minutes. You are retraining your brain to handle depth, because slow is not the same as boring. Sometimes slow is where your brain actually starts working again. Habit 8. Create before you consume. This one is powerful. Before you consume anything, create something small. Write 3 lines. Record 1 idea. Plan your day. Make a rough sketch. Edit 1 clip. Tidy your desk. Send the message you have been avoiding. Anything. The point is simple. Do not let the day begin with other people's thoughts entering your brain before your own. When you consume first, you become reactive. When you create first, you become active. Even if what you create is tiny, it reminds your brain, I am not just here to watch things happen. Habit 9. Have a nightly shutdown. Brain rot gets worse when your day has no ending. You scroll because there is no clear stop point. You stay up because tomorrow feels fake. You keep searching for one more thing to make the day feel finished. One more video, one more post, one more refresh, one more tiny hit. So create a shutdown ritual. 5 minutes. Write down what you need to do tomorrow. Plug your phone in away from the bed. Close the tabs. Set out your clothes. Turn off the lights. Tell your brain, we are done. It sounds too simple, but your brain likes closure. A shutdown ritual gives your mind permission to stop. Habit 10. Let yourself be bored long enough to recover. This is the one most people skip. You need moments where nothing is happening. No phone, no music, no video, no podcast, no background, no second screen. Just you. Existing. And yes, at first it feels horrible because your brain has been living at full speed. So silence feels wrong. Boredom feels wrong. Stillness feels wrong. But stay there for 2 minutes, then 5, then 10. Eventually the noise settles. Your thoughts come back. Your patience comes back. Your ability to care about real life comes back. That is the thing about brain rot. You don't notice what it's stolen until you start getting it back. And you don't need a perfect routine with 47 color-coded habits and a productivity app that looks like it was designed by a stressed accountant. Start smaller. Delay your first scroll. Make your phone boring. Do one boring thing. Single task for 10 minutes. Create before you consume. Let your brain breathe. Tiny habits repeated daily. That is how you fix brain rot. Not by escaping modern life, but by taking your attention back from it. And if you only do one thing after this video, do this. Put your phone down for 10 minutes. No music, no scrolling, no background noise, just 10 minutes. It will feel uncomfortable. That is the point. That is your brain waking back up.